We saw nothing from Heretics on Nuke, but that's okay. Different teams are at different points of their journeys, and if you're a new team with a new roster, you have to build. So in a best-of-3 series, there's a fair chance that a more storied team is going to be able to find an exploit in terms of map picks, and Nuke appeared to be that for Trick. So now we move to Dust 2. Dust 2, the pick of Heretics. As simple as map as is possible, I would say, in the current map pool, which I think is a positive, especially for a team who are building. That said, they could still be outmaneuvered by the likes of Tricks, who we have seen on multiple occasions are pretty good on their CT sides, and against a less organized team, hard to stop on a T side, as we've seen on the likes of Nuke. So are we expecting more of the same on Dust 2?
I hope not.
Probably, yeah. I mean, the thing is, what we saw there is that even though, okay, sure, strategically, tactically, they don't have it all together. It's not very cohesive for Heretics. The individual element too, it wasn't really there. They were missing shots, and that's something that we see Tricks they can have hit shots, and they have Acor. Acor's got some star power to him. He can really turn it up. So, and he's an AWPer. Well, he's mostly an AWPer. He can do everything, but he's an AWPer. So that's scary for Heretics.
Yeah, he has pretty solid aim in general, but the AWPing is really fun, and I think we'll see some interesting things from him on Dust 2. But I don't know that we can really have any expectations for Heretics. We don't really know what they're going to bring to the table in any of these matches. But again, Dust 2, I think it's their pick to expect something from them, but I think the simplicity of the pick is of interest because that could be a pick to try and manage a situation where you're not as prepared as you would like to have been, or it could be that Dust 2 is a map they want to have as one of their main maps. So I'm sure we'll soon find out which one of those it's going to be. So that's an interesting one. I don't know what to, or even who to look out for. Like, we really didn't see anything on Nuke from them. We saw one awful round where 4 of the 5 players got blown up in duels, where I think they had half a second to finish off the job there. But the fact that they all missed was just really kind of a weird round, So you don't really see that happen, like a collapse like that, all in one round. So that was weird. It was kind of off key, but again, maybe they have their heads on in the server now and we focus. But I think, especially if you're a team who are building, I think it's reasonable to have some matchups where you're like, okay, we're going to win it in 3. We're not preparing for Nuke right now, so we're very likely to lose it. We'll focus on the other 2 maps. So if we see some progress from them on these maps, then that's all fine.
Yeah, I mean, you either have the aim or the strats. We haven't seen any of those from Heretics. So Dust 2, more common deathmatch map. Maybe they'll hit something a little familiar. Maybe something that bring out some ops, I guess. But it's gonna be hard because Acor, we've seen his op before. He's pretty special in that.
Pretty nasty.
But I think after these last couple matches of watching Trick, I think they're one of my more favorite teams to watch now. Just because how coordinated and not sloppy. Like, they're not sloppy at all. They're very tight-knit and
disciplined.
Very disciplined. I like that.
Yeah.
I like that in a team.
You fan of discipline, Dan?
Yes. That's how you achieve anything in life, James. That's worth achieving through discipline.
It's true.
What was that noise?
Did they hear that on stream?
I was like, is that some kind of like warning thing? Because of the fire going down the radar, it sounded like, I don't know, I thought it was like some kind of weird alarm system.
Yeah, that's what it was.
It is.
It's from our phones.
Yeah. Okay. So we're getting emergency alerts on our phones. So that you probably couldn't hear that audible noise, but it sounded like, I don't know, I guess like a warning horn, but not like an air raid horn like from the olden days, but a more modern
Amber
version.
Alert. So if you say Amber Alert, people in America know what that is.
Well, interestingly, there was that time in Hawaii where they accidentally sent an emergency alert saying missiles are coming or something. Yeah. That's pretty crazy, man.
Yeah.
Dude, that's so messed up, man.
What do you even do?
Imagine like the levels of, there had to be people with PTSD after that. So imagine like the shock. Everyone's just like raiding the shops and stuff.
I think most people would be down. like, even if I received that, I'd be like, no.
Dude, if you receive an official, I mean, you have to take it seriously.
The thing is,
you have to.
If the East are targeting America, it's this side, which they would target, right? So maybe there's some nervousness there, but
still, man,
who in their right mind would actually like launch an attack on America? Because they just get absolutely deleted afterwards.
China.
I don't think they would. I don't think anybody would. But anyway, what is the status of the match production? I have no updates as to what's going on.
You take the country out from the inside, not the outside. That's how the Roman Empire fell. Same way it's going to happen in America from the inside.
Yeah,
not
so
from the outside.
if you look on my Twitter, you'll see basically like 10-minute drive that way is Pacific Palisades, and there's just this enormous plume of smoke. It's not the first fire we've had recently. There was one
All the
1 or
time.
2 weeks ago. I'm not sure where it was, but I could literally, in the hallway of our building, smell the smoke going to the bathroom. I could just smell like, it was smell like there was a bonfire in the building. It was that thick, which is really, really crazy just how far the wind can carry these things. But this is going over the sea, so we can see the smoke's going pretty far down that way. But we saw like a helicopter view from a news channel, and it's really like in the middle of like loads of houses, which is really scary. There are some nice trails down there as well, but hopefully they can get hold of it. It's mad, these wildfires. Like where we fly drones, it's all this Kindle. Is it called Kindle or Tinder?
Tinder.
Tinder, not Kindle.
What are you talking about, the app?
I'm talking about, talking about dried history.
What is going on?
Oh, it's the FOV thing. They're messing with the FOV thing. There's a change where you can have like
Some observer stuff,
independent FOVs, so you can set up some FOVs for certain cameras and then
you don't have to
not
worry
have
about
it
that.
impact the player's perspective if you switch to those.
Oh, that's really weird.
So you
I like that. I like the
That's
fish
cool though.
highlight.
That would be cool to like at the beginning of a round. That's interesting.
Can you add disco lights in the map, you know?
It is interesting because obviously people just use zooms pretty much, and like it just that's all they can do. Obviously, that's something you do outside of the game. So it's cool that there's a possibility for people to manipulate the cameras a little bit more. So either way, in a direct, is this the knife? Yeah, it is a knife. So
When did that update come out?
today, I think.
Today?
Well, at least I saw a post about it today.
Was there an update today?
Wait, who goes long on a knife? Usually middle? What's this?
Well, I mean, long
is
was
this Hero Tactics?
what it was originally, I think.
What, was there like literally an update right now?
I think I saw this command on Reddit earlier today, so I don't know.
It's a bit early for an update, isn't it?
This is actually a pretty important knife. Trick don't want to start on the CT side first.
The jukes.
Kind of important.
The up, the down.
Is
up,
it just
the
a
down.
server update as opposed to a client update?
Well, they've gone and lost the knife, so Trick will stay on the T side most likely. That's where they're going to have the most. Like if they, I mean, for them maybe they feel like they don't care too much. It's more about how much fun they have, but the T side is where you can is definitely stronger on Dust 2.
I would think T-side would be the choice to pick since they seem like they're more coordinated and disciplined
Yeah.
on their T-sides, or just overall in general. So then again, some teams like play CT first, so second half they could control the pace of the game.
And the other thing
That's
too
what
is
they're gonna do.
on the T side, if you get a bad start for whatever reason, the T side gives you way more opportunities to turn it around, as opposed to being on the CT side, where you're extremely reactive on this map. So that's another reason why the T side is favorable. But they actually picked the CT side. They're mad.
The YPRAC
Mad lads.
Dust 2 map just added a simulator for you to try and shoot people through the mid doors,
Oh really?
which is really cool.
That's actually amazing.
It is.
Webpack is pretty awesome.
It's next level.
4 players top mid for Heretics, and Roger starts to creep, but surely people are getting used to this. They're just baiting for information now with these jump peaks, but they look away, and Roger will get just to one headshot. His teammates are here though, excuse me, in the mid position to deal if required, but Heretics taking it slow. They can just continue looking for information, and it will be costly. Surely you have more than this.
2 kills, they fall back. They're not pushing it. So smart. Look at this.
And they can create a lot of problems for Heretics now by trying to make plays group up. Hunden, if he's going to be alone, he needs to get one at least. Got to be so careful. You don't want to go down for free. Smoke. Okay, this is actually really good for Hunden, because if they hadn't smoked that, they could actually have tried to trade him out. But now they're going to get potentially sandwiched. The CTs can wait for a timing to go through the smoke. There it is, because there's multiple players. I actually think that smoke kind of hurt Heretics a little bit. It prevented them from getting the kills in CD spawn. But either way, Trick to win the pistol. Nice cat presence. This is the 2 players on cat. It's very standard stuff. You have the opportunity for quick rotations, get quick information. You can kind of deal with everything. Now the force spy. That's a lot of nades. I would imagine they're going up catwalk.
There's no scouts.
Oh, they're going long.
Not one scout?
There's a scout.
For the
on
B
B-side.
side. B side, at least one scout.
Ooh.
And the scouts helped to get that kill, so... And it's Acre on the scouts. I'm a fan of that. I think this... How old is this Acre guy? Because he's really good.
Age, sex, location.
Hopefully he's over 30. I just want more 30-year-olds than the professionals saying.
All goes quiet.
Okay. With this smoke. Like it.
2 smokes to be deployed. There's the booze for Acor to have a look-see. Follow-ups are fast after these scout tags, which is nice. The counter flashes will delay things, and there's a forward smoke to cause more pain to Heretics. Some flickery doodahs from Acor. And Heretics seem to think better of it. But they are surrounded. Bubsky with the MP9 will make life a little worse, and David P will sit by blue. Tricktar using more utility. Bubsky having a look-see. Wait for Hunden to arrive, though they don't actually need to push. One goes behind the door. That position can be eliminated. There we go, David P spotted. 20 HP, we've got the swing. And Shush will finish off the job. Everyone surviving for Tricked, 2-0.
Yeah, so he's 22 and he hasn't been playing at least since 2015, but this is the best team that he's been on, or the highest level team he's been on. And he's been on this team since the end of last year.
I wouldn't be surprised to see these guys top 10. I'm not even joking.
Oh no, the beginning of this year. Sorry.
I think they're that good, at least just by the minimum couple games I've seen of them. I think they could be a top 10 team.
Yeah, no, they definitely have a lot of potential. They just have that hump of how do you they need to understand how to play more individually. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Trust their individuals more, gives more spots to the kind of individual plays and creativity.
I just want to see how they react when things don't go their way.
Yeah. Yeah, they really struggle against this puggy kind of approach. At least that's what we have noticed so far. Maybe it's just that one game.
Kind of makes sense though. That playstyle is kind of hard because if you look at how slow and methodical they play, these puggy styles have random timings, random picks, and a lot of times, you know, you'll be saving your utility for the side execute or some kind of map control. If you have like a random team just peeking at random times with an AWP or hit that one shot with an AK or something, you put your entire strat if it uses a lot of utility. You know, if you're taking a bomb site, maybe you need 2 smokes here, maybe you need 3 smokes, and that could be a problem.
Look at the patience from Tricked. Not going through the choke points that they don't need to go through, especially because it's an eco round from Heretics. They need to die in this round, or win the round. They need to die because otherwise they'll get no money, which is why they're not taking that engagement trick. They'll just leave them to stand in T-spawn with the Deagle spamming away, because it's actually not in Trick's favor to frag these players. To win by time, it would be more ideal, but at some point you got to put them out of their misery.
It's so funny because like they realize what Trick they're doing, the Trick they're forcing them to do that. That's pretty amazing.
Yeah,
like
they need their loss
shooting him.
bonus. Awesome stuff.
Really
No
next
need to
level.
chase the kills. See, they're not chasing the kills. I know you people listening, you want to chase the kills. You're in that position, like, let me just find these guys, get on to the next round. You go through a choke point. You're the only person from B. They kill you, and they go and plant the bomb. And you give them $4,000.
James, they need stats on eco kills. So you can see people with 15 eco kills.
Please look at this charge through the long doors. Heretics have taken position 4 now, but it may not last very long. Look at the spam from Tricks, and it looks to continue. That's a beautiful smoke in the door as well, which leaves Makazan isolated. Will there be spray? There will be spray, and maybe there will be blood.
So much utility done.
They could easily boost on top and collect that. Not that I know it's there necessarily. Bubsky having a look-see. Falling back to reload, and Acor there had a perfect timing to land a deep headshot.
Nice.
3 players remain for Heretics, and they're in a position to split the B bomb site. So much focus on A, and they've left in the meantime, and Shush is caught completely off guard, and this becomes winnable once again for Heretics.
Certainly is. And now there are more problems for Tricks. Duvek is going to take one through the door because A-Core is there with the scout ready. And he is certainly dangerous. And then catching the rotation through. Duvek, he's out here, he's alone, he's got no one. He's got no health, he's got no chance to survive. Trying to get that continuation spray and he'll get eliminated. Good round from Tricks once again.
It's a perfect scenario to keep it simple because you have Heretics 2-on-3 scenario, and all you gotta do is hold crossfire. Just make them come to you. You have one guy like hopping around in tunnels, trying to make extra footsteps. You got Duvek in some weird angle by the doors and gets almost picked off by A-Core. So, I mean, if they just played a simple post plant, probably would have went in their favor. You know, crazy.
An exchange at the beginning of the round. Kriegs are out for Heretics. Their pick, remember. Now they need to show us why. We've got a vintage pop flash through the middle doors, and A-Core has support from Bubsky. There'll be a boost. They're in the right place at the right time. And they're keeping it simple, Heretics, which is good, but they are getting absolutely wrecked by Hunden. Bubsky with a great angle. He spots the bomb going towards the window, deleted immediately. Trying to hide from Kirishima, but what can they really do from this Heretics? Lucky trying to keep around the smoke into the B bomb site. He's been successful there. Shush has been eliminated. There's a ding dong. And it's Lucky alone now on the wrong side of the doors as far as the bomb is concerned. Bomb screaming for help. No utility, no flashbangs for Lucky. Just got to walk to his doom, really.
I wonder if we'll have those Hunden kills from his perspective. Hunden was at the car on A, and he was just spraying the smoke, and he got 2 instant kills from car with an M4 through the smokes. Yes, look at the lads in the back. Look at this! He just, what is that? When does that ever happen?
Sometimes you need a little bit of luck.
I was gonna say, like, those kills happen. I'm like, I was looking at the minimap and I'm like, but how is that possible? There was nobody there? Yeah. And indeed, there wasn't anybody there. There was just Hunden at car, just spraying the smoke.
Up becomes the famous Rush B. They're tilted. Let's go, guys.
Watching those blade demos.
There you go.
Look at those ticks. Ticks of damage.
Oh, that did not pay off. I think a timeout is necessary for Heretics. And Trick, I mean, not to take away from them, they're playing phenomenal CT, as you saw a little bit on the last map. But they're sticking together. There's always a partner with the CT, so there's like hardly ever a person alone on the Trick team. They're always just paired up, which is very nice.
Well, 2 of them haven't died yet. Hunden and Bubsky have 0 deaths.
That's impressive. That's a lot of money, too.
No deaths. 6 rounds in. That's crazy.
As soon as you said that, they're going to die this round.
That's true. A-Core only 1 death, Shush 2 deaths, Roje 2 deaths. Obviously, they've won every round, but still, you know, Heretics are not finding kills. Oh my god, he's going to survive that. 3 HP. Lucky to be alive. He has a full nade set too, pretty much. James, look. Hunden and Bubsky haven't died. Yet to die.
Yeah, what about Hunden's stats now? HLTV forum users.
Yet to be fragged.
He was a legend for those, and now he can be a different kind of legend with this team.
Will they die? Do you want to make bets, guys? When will Hunden die? What rounds? Hunden and Bubsky.
Hunden up by blue on long, not being challenged at present. Bubsky on the A bomb site. No Molotovs, no flashbang for him. Shush has a flash. I'm wondering when we're going to see an effective use of the palm tree flash from Goose by a CT player. I need to re-practice these smoke grenades. I think I've kind of half forgotten them.
I know the rail one, but that's it.
Pushing towards the site. Looking over the smoke. Bubsky had a really nice angle, but Lucky came in from I don't know where. 3 players remain now. Roger trying to delay things on the site itself, and David P looking to cut off the rotation. Acor will finally get taken out. 3 on 3, but the TTs, well, they've got 2 players on long, which is quite important. 1 player creeping down below. There is the swing, but David P is better for it. Roger will take the place of his teammate. Now he's the only man standing, focusing on short, but look at the rotation from David P. He's heading towards CT spawn. Let's save time for Roger. That won't happen, but there's plenty of money. Bubsky with 16k in the bank. Finally have to splash the cash. There's the first round on the board for Heretics.
Of course, they all died.
Of
course.
Talk about it.
Ruined
That'll work.
everything. Nice round from Heretics, hitting the shots, getting it done. But they got to get that to happen more. And we had the double AWP now coming in from Tricked. After going for basically a full buy, they still have money left in the bag. And Bubsky will take down Lucky. Collecting a scalp and Acor as well. That's 2 opening picks. Heretics, so dear. And select shots. Can't find the follow-up. Down to 2 HP. Actually got a connection off the block there. Unbelievable. Very unlucky for Makasin.
I think the HE did 2 HP of damage as well to Hunden. So if Bubsky was a little closer, it would have been perfect, but it wasn't. It won't be. 5 versus 3 for Tricked. There's some learning to do with... Why is this duel even happening right now?
Yeah, why is that happening?
Who has a Krieg, actually, that's why.
But still, Acor with Norp.
Yeah.
And you're already down to 3 players. Let's get a move on, yeah?
Drastic measures.
Let's go. Get that push going. Group up. Rally towards the A-bomb site. You gotta believe. They have utility.
The fast smokes, the close ones. To cross immediately. Not a terrible angle from Hunden, but doesn't really make it the connection he was looking for. David P has fallen. Kiyashima and Makazan remain. Makazan 0 and 6 at the moment. Could get some impact frags here with the AWP. Kiyashima blown up to half health. Smokes have come and gone. There's a flick. There's his first frag of the game. And he will re-smoke. Not quite the MSL smoke. 2 players remain for Heretics, trying to do what they can, but they can't. 7-1 to Tricked.
Yep, kind of the same situation as the first map. They'll win a round, but for every round that they win, their opponents, it just seems like if their opponents have a full buy, their opponents are so much better than them. It just doesn't seem to matter that, a round is won. Like, it just feels like go to the next round. Okay, Tricked are like 80% plus likely to win this round anyway. It's kind of how the first map felt, and hopefully that's not repeated here. But it's already 7-1 in favor of Tricked. No one going down suicide for the fast timing, so we've got the flash for 2 teammates on long to take control there. Won't be a rush to begin the round with. They had 4 on A Tricked at the beginning of this round, mixing their CD setups up, at least on the rush timings. But now they'll disperse. Back to mid with Bubsky. Hunden goes for a journey.
Yeah, he shot him in the head, but the Galil will prevail. Slight warning for Lucky, not being the one going through the smoke. Short is taken. Acor with the warning shots. Does he get aggressive again? Does he jump on the ledge to have a look? That is a nice HE. It's good for about 100 damage. That may have the part to play later on. Makazan posting up. 1 minute on the clock for Heretics. But Tricked seem to have an idea of what might be going on towards the A-bomb site. 3 players there now.
It's time. But as there indeed are 3 around A, 2 around long, so Shush can fall on his sword here, but if he gets some damage, that's okay. His teammates have long for the retake. Oh, the lineup could have been absolutely enormous there. Some good damage was done, a kill was had, and now Bubsky uses the time the bomb is being planted to creep up closer. Seeing what he can see. Nothing around the smokes. Will he go for a jump? Surely not. He would be dead if he were to do such a brazen play, trying to find a head. No heads to be found. Great start from Acor. But maybe Acor has to do everything here. Looks like he will. Did he get a second? Can't pull out the next shot in time. And another round for Heretics. Good work from them.
Still more work to do, though.
Yeah. It's a little, I mean, it's only, they only have 2 rounds on the T side, but it's looking a little better. They're using a lot better spacing towards the catwalk and hitting A. As you saw from, was it Bubsby, who was in the site for the lineup, I think? Is one of the A players, you know, we saw them all lined up on the T side, but not getting the kill.
Yeah, this is more work to do in the sense that this is a full buy for Tricks, but afterwards they got no money, so that's where you can really turn things around and rack up some rounds. Smoking long, which will be abandoned by Tricked. It gives him an extra man in this sense. But do Heretics have a feeling? Going to boost over in case there's a push later on. It's a good use of Kiyoshima's Mac 10. Presence shown towards B. Lots of time on the clock though, waiting out the initial smoke grenades. And it seems there'll be a pop flash play through the doors from Heretics. Perfect timing as there is no one here for Tricks. There's the flash, there's the face, there's the swing with the Mac 10. Back of the door's been checked, need to clear the pit. The flashbang will be heard. And Tricks will probably assume that long has been taken. But there's no deep play towards short just yet.
All this cat control. Feels like Tricks are in a pretty good position if they play this correctly. If you give up car and crossover as they have, it can be hard to hold. But if they have good timing on the incendiaries, of which they have 2, getting them on the ramp and so on, there's 1. A bit early, that's unfortunate. Just as I say, if they have good timing with them, that is too early. However, Heretics don't have much time. There's 25 seconds to go and they aren't on the bomb site just yet.
Acor's being taken out, but more help is needed. Hunden's alone on the bomb site now. There's a flash from his teammate. Up it goes, just in time, looking for a 2K. Multiple targets, trying to take out the one who will frag him first, but now we're in a 2 versus 4, and with 7 seconds on the clock, Shush has no position to stop the bomb plant. Chances for Trick, Acor getting picked off was a huge problem though. And again, this was a key round for Heretics. They've done a great job only leaving 1 player alive. So maybe the run of good health for Trick has come to an end for the future rounds to come, at least.
It's very smart. It's very smart by Heretics because Trick has been playing kind of reactively on the CT. As soon as they see smokes or flashes, they're tossing their smokes, flashes, and Molotovs. So Heretics have seen this in their strat. So they faked the long A smokes at first, waited back, baited a bunch of flashes and Molotovs from the CT side, and then they smoked again, and then took the bomb site. And Trick had very little utility at that point for the second retake. A very good play on by Heretics. Seeing that, was it too little, too late? Can it do this every other round? I don't know.
A timeout coming in.
You probably realize that Heretics is baiting a lot of their scenarios, so maybe the coach is trying to tell them, hold on utility for a little bit longer, wait till we see people before pulling the trigger, at least with the utility. And some other stuff like positional play.
Yeah, that one incendiary, if that was timed a bit better, that actually could win the rounds by itself, that given that there wouldn't have been enough time. And that was like a mistake of Heretics on the B going a little bit quicker and didn't cost them though. It's the old anyway stack.
You can see these guys
Shadow
having a hard time against Navi. Sit, bait, bait.
We got a second one.
Maybe that rifle is retrieved later on. Moving through the mid doors. This might work out for them. CT's trying to swing on them, but with what? Not much. Pots and pans, perhaps. Headshots required, not delivered. Acor's found the org. So he hasn't found the headshot. And that's round number 4 for Heretics.
It's very weird to see Kiyoshima on this team, and also Kiyoshima struggling, because he's a seriously extremely good player. Kiyoshima's a very good player. So it feels kind of weird. Feels out of place. Doesn't make
Well, you
sense.
need a very you need a very good team as well, but
Yeah.
that's why I said it's felt a bit mixy for now. I don't know that they've been together that long with this roster. They kill with flashes if required. Important sniper job on the A bomb site. Flashing for the long player if he's in pit. Or flashing for the short player. The short is long. But it's mostly the pit guy, I would say. No early frags for either side. A few smokes and flashes left for Tricks, but other than that, it's running and gunning. Heretics have almost full utility at this point with 1:15 on the clock. And it seems they may set up for the A play again, although I do wonder... Lucky's towards long with the bomb. Let's see what he can do. He could throw the mid to B smoke from there. I can't imagine he ventures towards long on his own. And indeed, Tricks are playing a reactive game.
And that is the life of CT Dust 2. Here comes a flash for long. I think that there is utility here to fight them with. Timing is almost there, but Hunden's close. Will they expect this? Hunden goes for the peek. That's a pretty crazy play. He had the attention on A-core there as well. Hunden goes for the one and done. And it's all falling apart. 20 seconds though to get the bomb on the site. The site is with the T's, but it's going to be close though, because they have to still get the plant. And here comes the bomb. Smoke on the incendiary up on the catwalk will allow Bubsky to try to create some pressure. In comes Shush from the long position. I think he spotted the guy towards car. There it is. He's ready for it. And there's the peek. There's that smoke doing God's work. But Bubsky will still win the battle. The round for Heretics. They're coming back.
Slowly.
Well,
Wait, what am I saying?
What are you saying, Dan?
What am I saying?
Yeah, they were coming back. Not coming back anymore.
I'm half
In fact,
awake.
the lead is being extended, Dan.
Their coming back has been halted for now.
There have been a drought of rounds for Tricked recently, but they're back for the time being. Their buy won't be great, though, with the money they have, so...
You know, sometimes you say Deva Dudek. I don't know if you're aware of it, James. Sometimes.
No, I'm not. Deva Duvek. Deva Dudek.
Used to do it a lot more, but now it's much better.
Surprising that Trick is going to be buying here. They had about 3,800. They did save.
They won the round. What is wrong with you two?
I don't know.
Can
They're
you
so
just-
low
can
in
you
money.
just both leave?
I'm paying attention though. That's the problem.
Dan, you just ruined the entire broadcast, it seems, with
Yeah. What's that on the floor? That looks
your
nice.
misinformation. What, concrete?
No, there's a gun on the floor. What is that? Looks colourful.
Is it a Krieg? Yeah, it's a Krieg. I don't know what Krieg it is, but we'll soon find out. Maybe not.
It's ugly.
You said it looks nice.
That's a nice knife as well.
Oh my god. I can't do this.
Oh my goodness. All right, reset. Call timeout right here for us. Let's talk about what we're doing wrong here.
We get a timeout. I didn't know we had timeouts.
You do whatever you want there.
Was that a joke?
Limited utility. That is
It's like a lava gun.
That is kind of gross.
It is not a pretty one, isn't it? Is it?
It's like something you'd find in the wild.
You might see somebody wearing a pattern like that on a UK soap opera. David P creeping on Cats, and that won't work out so well for him. Roger doesn't. Oh, he goes too deep. Ends up at a triple peak. He only saw the arm of one, went for it, and now there's actually a lot of trouble for Trick towards the B bomb side. You do have two players here. Shush being patient with the MP9, saving his teammate. No, you don't want to bait. Shush looking for the last one with the AK-47. And Lucky's made it into the site. 1 versus 2. He's got time to plant the bomb. He's got a Krieg. There's opportunity here for him.
His timing is there, but he can't ready himself for the shot. I think that when he went up into that position, he wasn't ready. He wasn't mentally prepared to fight, although he had the position to fight. That's a shame. And that round will be conceded by Heretics, and Tricked will be on 9 now. So a return fortune for Tricked. Cool. Some lovely AWP action.
Just about saved his teammate from being taken out. Pulling the weapon out just in time.
Oh, with the UMP as well. I didn't even notice that. Okay, well, Heretics are getting bomb plants. They've been getting a bunch of bomb plants.
Oh,
my days.
Thank you for coming. Thank you for playing. David P around the smoke. Variants being invited. That's a huge save from Roger. CT's working together. Heretics still trying to make a play in this long position. London will sit in the smoke for now until it's time to safely escape. It is time. Can Heretics make a play towards B in the meantime? They know there's a lot of activity and present personnel towards the A bomb site, but can they catch Tricked off guard towards B?
They're going to do their best. Shush is on the angle. Trying to get a good timing in. Oh, he's really owned it there. The spray through the smoke will be good for one. Unlucky not to get another one, but there it will be. This AWP is creating quite some distraction from the window position as well. Eventually he will go down, but the damage is too severe. Shush got so much time to just work that smoke. And that's the 10th round for Tricked.
I think they should nerf the reload time on the SIG. It's too fast.
It is fast. It is very fast.
The AUG takes forever. But
Yeah.
the SG is like, up, I'm in and out.
I think when it runs out of bullets, it should just explode. That's the way to balance it.
Just lose
You lose
15
like,
H damage. Yeah.
you lose 30 health. Slowed for 5 seconds.
Three-man take
Flash.
of the long position by Tricked. What it attempted. Do you want to invite this variance trying to fall back? They'll fall back with a frag. Lucky taken out on the ramp. Pistols remain for the most part. It is the last round of the first half. It's a forced fight from Heretics.
Oh, Heretics have a Deagle in pits. Not too much you can do with that, unfortunately. How do they make it to a site? No one on Heretics beyond... Oh, it's Lucky beyond 10 kills. Lucky's the only one beyond 10 kills.
And he's dead.
Yeah, it's been a very difficult half in terms of individual performance. And even though the side has been given up, A-Core is on cap with the AWP. They don't really have the utility to shut him down. He's always going to go close with the AWP. Of course he hits that shot. That's not the easiest one in the world. He's got another hard one. He's going to connect that and misses the quick scope. Now it's Macazin, do you believe?
Here's a player in CT. The scope can concede his position, but what else can he do? He's got 4 HP. Now he's got 9. They've got 4 rounds, Heretics, and it's 11 for Tricked. Another landslide half. Shush 24-7. We'll see what the score looks like at the end of this game after the break.
Start your path to pro. Begin your matchmaking experience with like-minded players. Climb the ranks, meet your teammates, and make it all the way to the top. Rise through the ranks to the FPL circuits and play alongside the best players in the world. And who knows, you might just be the next Saiwu. Begin your road to pro at FACEIT.com.
right? Want to know where I got it? Well, look, go to cs.money. It's a trade platform and a marketplace at the same time. Just choose, click, and get. Good luck, bro.
Heretics will start the CT side with 4 rounds.
Quattro.
Makazan has bought nothing yet. Is he eco for AWP? No, he will buy Kevlar as well. I eco on pistol rounds when I feel like it, which is often.
Every single plug.
I'm eco for AWP. All right, then off we go. Hunden's got a flashbang, and he has dropped 2 P250s. This is a thumbs up from me. Roger and Akor Raidbosses.
Nice.
Kyoshima, this position is sometimes amazing, and sometimes that happens. So
That's what happened.
the P250 doing the job that it was meant to do. Lucky. Oh, feels bad.
Even if you die, you just want to get one. You just want to get one. Make yourself feel better inside. Just one. Just give me one.
Knife the bomb planter. It's more AWP money.
Yeah. True.
Get it sooner.
That was disgusting. Okay, well, imagine, so if you get, let's say, like 2 pistol kills, you saved in the pistol round, and you get the bomb down, but you lose the pistol round. So how much money do you have? It's like 1900
It's about
plus 800, that's 2700.
It's about 3.1.
And you already have the
33 if you get 2 kills.
So 3500 minimum with no kills if you full save the pistol. That's insane. So if you just get 1 kill, you can have $3,800. If you get 2 kills, which isn't too much to ask for, suddenly you're on $4,100 in the second round, even though you lost the first round. $4,100.
Look at a fountain of CPs just falling from the heavens.
Heretics. What can they do here? In the choke points, and they will be choked. Round number 13 for Tricked. I've got to be honest, it's looking like a swift game of Dust 2, just like it was looking like a swift game of Nuke, or it was a swift game of Nuke, more or less.
That's a perfect moment for you to use the word asphyxiation or asphyxiated, James, but you didn't, even though it's your favorite word.
I wouldn't go as far as to say it was my favorite word. I appreciate it's nice to pronounce, but it's not my favorite word by any means. I don't know if that I have a favorite word. Shush. Where's that Molotov going? Towards ramp, obviously. Ah, that Molotov
cool.
takes the peak away, basically. Yeah. Any of you who play free-for-all deathmatch will be very familiar with that peak. It's an interesting molly he's got there. Heretics, it's not so interesting for them, is it? They are getting taken out 1 by 1. The taxman is here, or is he? David P has other ideas, it seems, and now Tricked have a man advantage. They also, though, have the B bomb site and some utility.
Yeah, just enough to lock it down. They got a re-smoke for the door, which is... Oh, he's going to use it in the window.
That's unusual.
I feel like that's just a bad choice. I would love to hear the argument as to why you wouldn't just use it as a re-smoke for the door. Because the reason why that sucks is because they can just walk through the smoke and drop onto the site. It's very hard to stop them once they're in that smoke. Now, but wait, you know what? The UMP is going to get it done, and they all right, fair enough. They left the door open. Seemed like it worked. Can't argue with the result. Well played to Tricked, and that's 14 rounds for them.
There was a smoke burst to be had there, but it wasn't to be on this occasion, and indeed it is, well, let's see. Surely it's forced by Simulator now. What will they do? No, it looks like they're going to half buy and then play against 11 match points.
Seen it done before.
Doesn't really make sense. Yeah, I'm not sure about that. Oh,
Not pay off.
This round is over. Unfortunately, there's nothing that can be done at this point. Might as well save the Kevlar, try to get some exit kills, set up in the tunnels, set up in middle. But this is being checked for. Bubsky with his disgusting Krieg is going to do some disgusting work on the CTs. There it is. Krieg collected. Oh, will he hold on to it? Gonna win the battle. Oh, he just barely. And there he is, though. And there's a defensive smoke. This is very risky. And the Krieg will be continuing to the next round.
It's here. It's here. Match point. Many match points. They're all here together, one by one, one after the other. It's a queue of match points. It's a conveyor belt of match points, like in those sushi places with the small dishes covered in a little plastic dome.
Floating on boats in the river instead of the conveyor belt.
Like in the Fifth Element.
The lazy river of sushi.
Lots of fish eggs on top of sushi.
Heretics will move towards long with 3 players deep. Molotov with a smoke to defuse it. 2 players out for Trick. There's a smoke cover for this push. Flying Hunden comes through to take out Duvek, and Makazan is sent out of the Makazan. Nothing for him to buy. Lucky and Kiyashima remain. Lucky with an off angle by the car. Patient takes 1 out. Takes 2. Takes 3. All right then. All of a sudden, it's a 1 versus 2. How on earth has this happened? Acor pulls his knife out just as the CT shows. There's a quick flick, though, and it's a 1 versus 1. He sees a gun fall to the floor. Does he realize it's probably a sniper rifle? And if so, where does he choose to go? Shows a presence towards long with a grenade, and Kishima's up mid. Will he focus on a mid position, though? He doesn't have an angle for actual T-spawn. He's looking at suicide. Acor will cross. Nobody home. And off to B he goes.
It's a really smart rotation from Kiyashima, but as you say, not having that T-spawn angle, that is the one thing he doesn't know about, and that's where Acor went, so he's going to get a free bomb plant at least, and a Molotov to work with as well. He's going to toss that straight away, actually, and it's just to make sure that this plant is safe unless, in the case Kiyashima had heavily gambled towards B, which he has not, but in the tunnels he is, and is Acor going to be ready for this? Scoping up, Kiyashima must have heard that. Here it is. Here is the battle. Oh my goodness, they both
360'd him!
Oh my days. Ending the match like that.
He 360 MLG'd him. Oh my god, to finish off the match. These highlights are brought to you by NVIDIA.
Pew, pew, pew. Well, Tricked, they absolutely smashed Heretics here. It was a complete mismatch. It's like you queue up on FACEIT early in the morning. The system's really struggling to find your opponents, and you're queued with a bunch of level 3s, and you get some level 10 opposition.
It's a great promo, Dan.
Yeah.
You're going from strength to strength today. Well, this was a landslide victory for Tricked. Heretics were outmatched, outclassed, and forced out of the server. Basically, not sure what else to say. Again, I mean, I look at the roster. I see Kiyashima, and I'm like, I'm not convinced. I feel like he should be on a larger team, but I suppose it gives him something to do in the meantime. I don't know what else to say.
Yeah.
We didn't really see anything from them, so I can't really say anything other than. I can only assume it's early on in their story together, but I don't know how seriously they're taking it from the perspective of you can't imagine that's like.
Look at his damage.
There's got to be a bit part for Kiyoshima.
It's not the same human.
Yeah, it's weird, but you need to be in a. You need to have synergy with your teammates. Anyway, this is today's European action thus far. Trictwall 2-0 Heretics, and we've got Astralis versus FaZe. That's going to be a semi-final in the coming days. North versus Big is still to come, and you can find it on Caffeine. Well, we have the HyperX X Factor play of the game to be had, and with such a lopsided match, I guess it can only come from Trick, surely. Want to see what it is.
I don't know if it's Acre or the Deagle headshots on Nuke. Let's see.
Behind his big brain.
Oh, it was Acre. Oh, it's the last round.
Oh, it's the 360. Okay, was it a no-scope as well?
It's going to be a little slow-mo. I can feel it coming.
He actually
He's
kissed right
spinning
here.
that wheel.
This looks so awkward. Ooh. 360 no-scopes
He's out of the server. He's gone.
to finish the match. I can't believe that is real life, but it is, and it happened here at ECS. Our European show has come to a close. We are going to be back in about an hour and 15 minutes for the North American broadcast, where there are 2 matches to come. In the meantime, get in the ECS Cups. Go on FACEIT, type ECS in at the top. You can find the organizer page with the hubs and the cups as well. There are points and prizes to be won. You can redeem the points in the FACEIT store, or you can donate them to people or your other favorite organizer. I donate my points to Mythic League or ECL most of the time. So there, you can do what you wish with those.
Donate you Elo.
I don't want your
That's
stinking
rude.
Elo. I've got my own Elo. Look at my chart. It's an upward trajectory now, believe it or not.
Someone told me today you're level 4, and I was like, I don't believe you.
I'm almost level 5. I was
to
close.
see the evidence.
I lost my last 2 games, but there's always time to come back, baby. Maybe I'll even play a game right now. We'll see you in an hour and a bit for North America. See you soon.